Hello, welcome to Creative Events International. Thank you for joining me this morning. My video is on this gele. I tied this gele, so I'll be showing you how I managed to do that. I would be using the gele. I have three pieces of gele, which is about 18 inches, and then the length I have is about 80, so it's long, right? So I would start by pleating the base of the gele. I will start by pleating the base, and to do that I just put in about 2 inches. Both of my ends will be underneath, which I will be using to raise the ashoke, create up to 2, 3, or 4 pleats as I desire, and then I'll tie it behind. So after tying it behind, it will be time for me to rearrange the front. The front needs to be rearranged, so it will be time for me to rearrange the front. So while I try to tie, I find out the the part I left on the left hand side was too short for me to tie, so I had to repeat that aspect to allow me get enough of ashoke by the left to tie. Okay, so I'll arrange the pleats. At this point, it's necessary to note that the flatness of your pleat is very important. So while you tie, you have to ensure that to the left and even to the right, you are able to flatten the pleat. So on both sides, you have to ensure that the pleats are well arranged up to the ear uh, part. It has to be smooth. That's the only way the beauty of the gele can be seen. Okay, so now that I am done with this process, and also I have ensured that the gele is tight enough on the head, I would be bringing the uh, extra part which I would be creating both the pleats and the ruffles from. I would be bringing it forward, and then start arranging the uh, the fan. I'll start arranging the fan, and this is what I do to achieve that. This process require a bit of concentration. This is because the part that I am sustaining with my hand there, I mustn't allow my hands to go off it. So no matter what I am doing, I must hold that part firm. The arrangement also of the pleat matters a lot. So that's what would help the fan to stand. So the base, which is the first part you are using for the pleat, must be equal, and also you must ensure that every new pleat that you are creating is resting on the existing plate. So if it rests properly, your fan will easily come out. But if there is any form of irregularities in placing of this plate, you might have your fan not really well defined. So you just have to ensure that you guide the plate to make sure it's following the same uh, uh, foundation, or that is, I mean, the first plate you created, that's the foundation. So it has to follow it it has to follow it, and even your sizes has to uh, be almost the same, because if I said the same, it can it might be something that is unachievable, but almost the same is for you to ensure that one part is not obviously bigger than the other. So something very, very close to each other. So all I'm doing is just to create a complete fan. Remember, the length of this ashoke is about 80 inches, so it's quite long. So after creating the fan, I would be creating the ruffles. But before I can stop the fan, I had to do my pleat complete, and then I would now use a bias. Now, the bias I used for this video is a red bias, so it's not a green bias, but that was for the purpose of uh, the training. So if you are creating yours, I encourage you to get a bias of same color with your gele or ashoke, as the case may be. I know some persons might want to ask me if it is only ashoke that can be used for this style. I think the answer to that question is no. You can use any uh, gele of choice. So you can use the Sego gele, you can use the Ashoke gele, you can use the Damax gele. All will uh, make you arrive at the same style. So you can see, after creating the fan, I had to tie. So while you tie yours, tie it with a green bias. I use a red one so that you can see what I did. So after tying, I would be ranging, and then after that, I would be using uh, my pin or needle, as the case may be, to secure the end to the head. So I would be using needle or pin to secure that part where I'm holding with my hand now to the head. So that's what I would be doing. So this part, I don't need to tie anything. Any part I'm supposed to tie, I would be using pin to replace tying. So I would be using pin to replace tying. And also, while you do that, it's very necessary that you be careful how you pin, so that you do not pierce the head. Do not pierce the head of your client. So that's the reason why I try to pin. I always make sure that my own hand goes in first. So if the pin is to pierce anyone, the pin should pierce my own hand. Yes. So I would be pinning this gele in up to 2 or 3 places before I'll start the ruffles. Before I'll start the ruffles. So if you watch carefully, you see that the ruffles is starting from the second end of the the head, because from the first part we already have the pleats, the fan going that direction. So the fan will be in that direction, while the ruffles will be in the second direction, where you can see the red bias. So straight away, let's look at how I was able to achieve this ruffles. let's just see what should be done. Now, another thing is that the flow, the back flow of both sides is very necessary. So, no matter what you do, ensure that the flow from the left and the right side of the head is almost equal. That the backdrop should almost be equal. All right. So I believe that if you watch the remaining part of this video carefully, you would be able to understand it. But if after watching you still have any question you wish to uh, get answers to, please just drop that question on the comment section. I would be responding to them immediately I see them. All right. So another quick one, if today is your first time stopping by my channel, I just want to say welcome to you. And also, I want to encourage you to subscribe to my channel. And because you have a lot of privileges here, for instance, you can send me styles that you want me to make videos on through my WhatsApp. And also, you can uh, ask or speak to me directly using my phone numbers, because most of my videos have my phone numbers. So you can call me, you can talk to me in that area where you really need help, and I would be available to help you. All right. So for now, I will be saying bye. I'll see you in my next video. Do not forget to subscribe before leaving, and also do not forget to recommend this channel to others. So bye.